where you people would applaud a lynching. We have one fast chorus of Amazing Grace. And welcome to the Big Showdown. And that was the Big Showdown, as a matter of fact. One of our players today will roll the dice for $10,000 in cash. And we would like to welcome back our returning champion, Andy Aaron. Andy, bail me out of this. We learned a little bit about you yesterday, including that you're a great competitor. What do you do in your spare time?
Well, I like to participate in watching sports, and I'm somewhat of a gambler.
Well, so am I, Andy, and it's the last time I'm going to gamble on those stairs. Good luck to you today, and right now let's meet the competition. Diane, tell us something about yourself.
Yes, hi, Jim. I'm Diane Kalick. I teach piano, and I have 2 children, and my husband teaches at West Point.
Good luck to you today. And Mike, what should we know about you?
My name is Michael Fay. I'm originally from Hartford, Connecticut. Now I'm a stockbroker in New York City. And about 6 weeks ago, my wife had our first child.
Really? A girl? A little girl?
Yep.
What's her name?
Christina Nicole.
And what is her name?
Christina Nicole.
Christina Nicole, we say hello to you and welcome to the audience. It's so nice to have you with us. And right now, players, this is the way we play the Big Showdown. The object of this first part of the game is to reach payoff points. You must hit them right on the nose. You can't go over. That's important. Your first payoff point today will be 8. And the player who gets there first without going over will win one of the cash awards, which will be appearing down here on this money dial. Now, the dial ranges from $25 to a top cash value of $500. And you get to 8 points by answering questions in these categories. They are, for 1 point, middle names for 2 points, by the numbers for 3 points, current movies for 4 points, horses for 5 points, Harry Truman, and for 6 points, India. Now, we'll be playing for as many payoff points as time permits. When time runs out, only the 2 high-point scorers of the day will advance into the final showdown round. The winner there, of course, gets to roll the dice for $10,000 in cash. If you're ready, here's your first toss-up question. It's worth 1 point. It gives you the right to select the first category. Whoever gets to 8 first today will win $25. Good luck to you. According to the saying, how foolish might you be if you are too penny wise? Andy.
Pound foolish.
Penny wise, pound foolish is right for 1 point, Andy. Fast buzz.
Okay, let's take horses for 4, please.
What do we call a neutered stallion? Andy.
Gelding.
Gelding is right for 4 points. Up to 5. You're 3 off the payoff point now, Andy. Please.
Current movies for the point, please.
Okay. Which of the current all-star disaster films? Mike.
Earthquake.
Nolan. Andy.
Towering Inferno.
The other one, I guess. Yeah, Spotlight the Talents of Paul Newman. 8 points and $25. That didn't hardly take no time at all. We will be back with a new payoff point right after this important message. Welcome back to the Big Showdown. I've been asked to just read the end of the question that ended the first round because we were moving kind of fast, and it was which of the current all-star disaster films spotlights the talents of Paul Newman. Of course, the answer was The Towering Inferno. Okay, right now, remind you players that we're still looking for the 2 high-point scorers of the day who will advance into the final showdown round. One of you at that point will get to roll the dice for $10,000. Andy has the lead at 8. Back to the game, a new payoff point. This one is 15, and it will be worth $75. Here's the 1-point toss-up question for control of the board. Listen carefully. Our Atlantic coast, our Pacific coast, or our Gulf coast? Which one contains the most number of states? Diane.
Atlantic coast.
Is right. There are 15 Atlantic coast states. You are at 1 going to 15. Please
I'll take
select.
by the numbers for 2, please.
Give me the number of the amendment that initiated prohibition. Andy.
19.
No. Diane.
17.
Nope. Mike. 18. 18, the one in the middle, yes. Now everybody's on the board.
Let me have Harry Truman for 5 points, please.
Buzz in when you can complete this piece of Truman advice. If you can't stand it. Yes, Diane?
Get out of the
If you
kitchen.
can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen for 5 points. Okay, it puts you up to 6 points, Diane. Going to 15,
I'll
please
have
select.
horses for 4, please.
In which type of race do the horses jump hurdles? Andy.
In a steeplechase.
Steeplechase is right for 4 points. Up to 12, 3 off the money, Andy. Please select. This one's worth $75.
Middle names for 1, please.
Okay, first time in this category. Uncover the middle name of stripper Gypsy Lee. Andy.
Rose.
Rose is right. Gypsy Rose Lee. 2 away. Please select again.
Middle names for 1, please.
I want the middle name of sports star Billy King. Diane.
Jean.
Jean. Billie Jean King is right. 1 point. Up to 7. Please select your 8 off. Any category.
I'll have horses for 4, please.
What fictional hero rode the skinny nag Rosinante? Diane.
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote is right for 4 points. Puts you up to 11. And I was remiss on that last one in not noticing that there was a block on Andy. Andy did know it, and thank you for paying attention better than I am, Andy. 4 off the payoff point,
Yes,
Diane.
I'll take horses for 4 again.
Okay, now the block goes back on Andy because a player can't go over the payoff points, and these points would put you over. So control of the board is important. Mike and Diane, listen carefully. A hand, a foot, or a finger. Which Mike.
A hand.
Which anatomical term is used to measure a horse's height? And it is a hand, yes. Okay, for 4 points. Puts you up to 6, Mike.
Harry Truman for 5, please.
Harry Truman for 5 it is. Double block. Okay, good strategy. Take your time. Let me complete the question. Buzz in if you have the answer. Give me the first name of President Truman's first lady.
Bess.
Bess Truman is right for 5 points. Now, we see how that block works because it really tightened up our game. 11, 11, and 13, and Mike still has control of the board. Please select again, Mike. You're 4 off the money.
Let me have, by the number, current movies for 3, please.
Current movies for 3 it is. Put the block on Andy, but Diane, you are back in the game. Mike and Diane. In the current film, who plays the husband of a woman under the influence? Diane.
Peter Falk.
Peter Falk is right, yes, for 3 points. Interesting game. Good tight game. Diane has control of the board. There's only one place you can go, Diane, of course, and that is to middle names for 1, since you can't go over. The block is off Andy. Everyone is playing, and here's the question. What 3-letter word describes both a sugared fruit... Excuse me, this was incorrectly placed. Let me start this over. Okay, don't want to confuse you, but I grabbed the wrong question. I want the middle name of the great music master, Johann Bach. Yes, Andy?
Sebastian.
Johann Sebastian Bach is right for 1 point. Ties you with Diane. We go back to middle names. Again, is the only category open. 2 players are going for the money. Mike, hand to the buzzer. Give me the middle name of Danish writer, Hans Andersen. Andy?
Christian.
Hans Christian Andersen for 15 points and $75.
Good game.
Okay, good tight game. Mike at 11, Diane 14, Andy 15, and we'll be back to the second half of the Big Showdown, 6 brand new categories right after this message. Please take it.
And now for the second half of the Big Showdown, here once again is Jim Peck.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've walked down that staircase 67 times without ever having done that. 67 shows. I don't know what caused. Anyway, welcome back. We're looking for the 2 high-point scorers of the day. One of those will advance into the... Two of them will advance into the final round. One of them will roll the dice for $10,000. Right now, we've got 6 brand new categories for you players. Let's take a look at them. For 1 point, For the Birds for 2 points. Food and Drink for 3 points. Charles and Charlie for 4 points. New England for 5. Television Westerns, and for 6 points, Men of Music. Your new payoff point is 23, and this one will be worth $25. Here's the 1-point toss-up question for control. Give me the Roman equivalent of the Greek goddess Aphrodite. Diane?
Venus.
Venus is right for 1 point. Diane, you're 15, tied for the lead, going to 23.
I'll have Men of Music for 6, please.
I'll name the work, you signal, and name the composer. Ready? The Nutcracker Suite. Andy?
Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky is right for 6 points, all the way up to 21. 2 off the money, Andy. Please select.
Food and Drink for 2, please.
Going for it. Which alcoholic beverage is flavored with juniper berry? Mike.
Gin.
Gin is right for 2 points. Okay. 13 going to 23, any category.
Okay, New England for 4, please.
New England for 4 it is. Put the block on Andy, Mike, and Diane. Name New England's largest city. Diane?
Boston.
Boston it is for 4 points, up to 19. Good tight game.
Not a pussy, Mike.
Back and
I'll
forth,
take it
players.
anyway.
Okay, Diane, you're 4 points off the money.
Yeah, I'll have New England for 4.
Okay, the block stays on Andy. Diane and Mike once again. Tell me the New England state that's bounded on the south by Long Island Sound. Mike.
Connecticut.
Connecticut is right for 4 points. Okay.
Television Westerns for 5, please.
Television Westerns for 5, going for the payoff point, making use of a double block once again. Let me complete the question. Buzz in if you have it. Listen carefully. I'll name the star. You tell me the famous Western character he portrayed. Ready? William Boyd.
Hopalong Cassidy.
Hopalong Cassidy, yes. 23 points and $25. Oh, I was wrong on that. I'm sorry. I thought you had the payoff point on that one. I can't add. Okay, you're 1 point away from it, Mike. So the blocks come off. We go to For the Birds is the only category open to you. Everyone's playing. What bird would you be said to resemble if you acquired the strange habit of burying your head? Yes, Andy. I'm sorry I heard that. We've got to toss it out. Audience, we caution you, please. I realize you're just talking to each other, but we can hear it up here. It makes it very difficult for the contestants. Okay, we will go back to a For the Birds question. You're all playing, and please watch the whispering. What feathery maxim could be paraphrased as follows? Possession is Andy.
Bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Is right for 1 point. Possession is better than expectation. Okay, 2 players tied at 22, 1 away for the Birds once again. Listen carefully. Pink, yellow, or green. What color do you associate with those fabulous flamingos? Yes, Mike. Pink is right. 23 points now with $25. That's the payoff point. We go on to a new one, and this one is 30. Let's see what it will be worth. $500. All right. That's the first one in a couple of days. Okay, in a good tight game, anybody can reach it. Here's your 1-point toss-up question for control. What undercover organization is known by...
CIA.
No, let me complete the question now for Diane and Andy. What undercover organization is known by the 3 letters IRA? Andy.
Internal Revenue Association.
No, Diane.
Irish Republican Army.
Irish Republican Army, yes. Internal Revenue isn't undercover yet. Okay, Diane, please select.
I'll have Men of Music, please, for 6.
Name the great Mussorgsky work that was inspired by an 18... Diane?
Pictures at an exhibition.
By an 1874 St. Petersburg art show for 6 points. Pictures at an exhibition.
No idea.
Diane, you still have control of the board. You are 4 points away from the payoff point. It is worth $500.
Oh, I do like that. I'll take New England for 4, please.
Okay, important question. Audience, careful, please. Which New England state takes in the country's biggest haul of lobsters? Andy?
Maine.
Maine lobsters. 4 points up to 26. Look at those scores. Okay, players, that alarm tells us there's 1 minute 30 seconds left to play. Now, you know, when time runs out, only the 2 high-point scorers will advance into the final showdown round. Boy, that could be anybody. Audience, we ask you, please, really careful about the whispering and no applause during this segment because the players are racing the clock and it is so tight. Once we pass 30, all new payoff points will be worth $100 automatically. We'll simply reset and go right on. I remind you once again, this one is worth $500. Let me tell you where you stand in the game because it's close. Mike, 23. Diane and Andy tied at 26 points. If you're ready, we set the timer at 1 minute 30 seconds. And Andy was in control of the board. Right. Okay, you're 4 points away from the payoff. The clock will begin as I begin reading the question.
New England for 4, please.
And going for the payoff point. In which New England city could you attend Yale University? Mike.
New Haven, Connecticut.
New Haven is right for 4 points now. Look, okay, 3 off. Please select, Mike.
Charles and Charlie for 3, please.
Here we go. Which Republican, Charles, is the senior senator? Andy.
Charles Percy.
Senior senator from Illinois is right. Up to, we go to for the birds is the only category you can pick. According to legend, which bird emerges from its own... Mike.
Phoenix.
From its own ashes is right. 2 away. Mike, please select.
Food and drink for 2, please.
Block on Andy. Diane and Mike, listen carefully. Chicken, steak, or clams? Which one should... Mike.
Chicken.
No, let me complete the question for Diane. Which one should you find in a dish of chowder? Yes.
Clams.
Clams is right. Up to 28 points. 2 away, Diane.
Food and drink for 2, please.
Block stays on Andy, Mike, and Diane. What's the main ingredient in a dish of guacamole? Mike.
Avocado.
Is right for the payoff point. $500. Please. Go right on. A new payoff point is 38. Here's the 1-point toss-up. In which sport would you find a Washington Redskin? Andy.
Football.
Is right. Please select any category.
Television westerns for 5, please.
Name the actor who portrayed the untrustworthy Western hero Brett Maverick. Mike.
James Garner.
Is right for 5 points. You're 3 off the money, Mike.
Food and drink for 2, please.
Which European capital do we thank for the tasty Wiener Schnitzel? Andy.
Vienna.
Vienna is right for 2 points. You're 6 off.
For the birds for 1.
Everyone's in. Which nocturnal bird was the symbol of Athena? Andy.
Owl.
Goddess of Wisdom is right. 1 point. You are 5 off.
Television westerns for 5.
Now we're going for the block on Mike. Diane and Andy, according to the Western movie, who was the partner of the Cisco Kid? Andy.
San Diego?
No. Diane?
Pancho.
Pancho is right. We've got to total up the scores, and it's going to be very close, but Mike will definitely be playing Final Showdown, and we have a tie to break between Diane and Andy. Okay.
Good luck, guys.
Now, Diane and Andy, Mike, stand by. Diane and Andy, I'm going to give you a 1-point tie-breaking question to see which one of you will be with Mike in that final showdown round. Audience, please. Here we go. In The Wizard of Oz, what was the name of Dorothy's dog? Andy.
Toto.
Toto is right, and you play Final Showdown.
Good luck to you.
Mike and Andy, stand by for just a moment. Diane, no money for you, but wow, what a competitive game. It was great to have you here. Good luck to you in the future. We've got a wonderful gift for you, and our
Thank you,
thanks
Jim.
for playing the Big Showdown.
Thank you.
What a game. Mike and Andy, in 1 moment, you'll be playing Final Showdown, and Mike is the top point scorer with 35 points. You will begin with control of the board. Boy, that's important. Don't go away. Don't you go away, because we'll be right back. Final 3 categories after this message. It's time for Final Showdown. We have two players left. Mike Fay, our new father, who just asked me if it was true we're changing the name of the show to The Big Fall Down, and Andy Aaron, our returning champion. Let's take a look at your three categories for this final round. They are, for 1 point, familiar threesomes; for 2 points, United States Senators; and for 3 points, mythology. A lot of money at stake, Andy and Mike, because only one of you will go on to roll those dice for $10,000 cash. If you're ready, we begin this final round from scratch. Your final payoff point, as you know, is 7. It will be worth $250, and Mike, as the top point scorer of the day, you begin with control of the board. Take a look, take your best category. Good luck to both of you. And Mike, please select.
Mythology keeps me way out left field. U.S. Senators for 2, please.
Okay. I'll name a senator, you name his state. Ready? William Proxmire. Mike.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin is right, my home state. 2 points going to 7. Please select, Mike.
U.S. Senators for 2, please.
Here are 3 choices: Tower, Sparkman, or Dole. Which one is the senior senator from Texas? Andy.
Tower.
Tower is right. John Tower. Please select, Andy. You are
Mythology for 3, please.
According to legend, which artist fell in love with one of his statues? Andy.
Galileo.
No. Mike.
Michelangelo.
Nope. According to legend, Pygmalion. Pygmalion. Okay, that's all right. 1 point toss-up question for control of the board. Listen, alphabetically speaking, which future president was the first signer of the Declaration of Independence? Andy?
Adams.
John Adams is right for 1 point.
Very good. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Okay.
Galileo was the statue, by the way.
Andy, you're at 3 going to 7. You can't hit it in 1. What will you do?
Mythology for 3, please.
Back to the 3 points. Listen carefully. Orestes, Hercules, or Alexander the Great. According to mythology, which one cut the Gordian? Yes, Mike.
Hercules.
No. Andy.
Orestes.
No. The Gordian knot was cut by the other one, Alexander the Great. Here's the 1 point toss-up question for control of the board. How many minutes are there in 300... Mike. Time is up. Let me complete the question. How many minutes are there in 300 seconds? Andy.
5.
5 minutes is right for 1 point. All right, now, you're 3 points away from rolling the dice. Andy, take a look and please select.
Mythology for 3, please.
Going for it. Mike, important question. According to Greek mythology, which of the muses presided over the dance? Andy.
Terpsichore.
Is right for 3 points. You will roll the dice.
Nicely done. Congratulations. Mythology for 1 point. I know nothing of that.
Okay. Andy, congratulations. You'll be rolling for the $10,000 once again in just a moment. Our champion. Right now, we would like to thank Mike. I'm not sure that you're aware of it, Mike, but during the game, you didn't do too badly. Turn those numbers around, and we'll show you that you have won today $525. And our thanks for being on the Big Showdown.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it.
That always makes it nice when everybody wins. So far, Andy, $1,125, and in a moment, rolling for $10,000. Please join us after this message at the dice table. Andy, you handle that mythology category so well.
Well, I'd like to thank my 9th grade English teacher for that one.
Okay, what's her name?
Mrs. Catcher.
Thank you, Mrs. Catcher. Okay, right now take a look at the dice that Heather is holding. We've replaced, as you know, the 6s with the word show and down. I'm going to give you 1 roll of the dice, Andy. If they come up, show and down, it'd be $10,000. If you don't hit it, the point you hit is important. It could help you to win $5,000. You know that part of the game. I'll explain that to the other people in just a moment. Right now, take the dice. Running a little short on time. Make sure it gets end up in the well. Are you ready? Go! Bounced around again. Okay. Andy, 6 is your point. Give you 30 seconds to roll the dice as many times as you can. If the roll comes up showdown, pay you $5,000 cash. Every time you hit a 6, your payoff point, your $250 cash, and 5 extra seconds of bonus rolling time at the end. We've set the timer at 30 seconds. Good luck to you. Let me get these dice out of your way. 2 dice in the well. Rolling. Oh, 5. That's 6 is a bonus. Going a 1. A 10. For it. A 5. A 7. A 6. $250. What was that ninth grade teacher's name again?
Mrs. Naomi Catcher, I love you.
Showdown, $5,000, 1,125 prior, $250 hitting your payoff point during those rolls. Total, $6,375. Thank you. You're good. Andy, congratulations to you. You are a great champion 2 days in a row. You really handled the competition. Very quick buzzer, great range of knowledge. Good luck to you in the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We'll be back here for next show with 3 new competitors. Please join us. See which one of them beats the competition. Comes down here to the dice table rolling for $10,000. Be sure to watch the Money Maze on both these agency stations. I'm Jim Peck for the Big Showdown. Bye-bye, everybody.
Contestants on Rolling Showdown will receive from Kenny Shoes a beautiful selection of fashion footwear. All over the country, Kenny's setting the pace at the Great American Shoe Store. And West Fox's his or her 17th jewel wristwatches. Man's Day Date calendar, water-resistant watch, or the fashionable sports ladies watch. West Fox, a Tally Industries company. This is Dan Daniels speaking. The Big Showdown is a Don Limp, Ron Greenberg production.